Hey guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Until then, today's video is going to be a plan with me video since we are still kind of in quarantine and self-isolating and things like that. So in this particular planner, it's my happy planner. Just upon opening it, I have some envelopes that are taped on the inside of my planner. So one is for emergency savings, another is for my car maintenance. Just with what I do, I drive my car a lot, so I want to make sure I have money on hand for that. And then it's the same thing in the back. I have the car savings envelope for like emergency car type stuff, and then my mad money, just money I want to have on hand. So I just have those in there so that I can keep tabs each week and try to make a point to save. And then for the month of May and any month in my planner, it's just a standard calendar, 30 full days. You get to see the whole thing laid out. And then the following page has a page for monthly goals. It has a spot for things if you want to, write things that are important to check them off, a spot for habit tracking, and then like in bullet journal form, a place for taking some notes for yourself, jotting things down, and then things for you being thankful and some of your top priorities. And then on the following pages, it's a spot for daily tasks, which I kind of like. And so there's just a spot for each day of the month that you can write down the important things you want to get done. And then they have a spot for you to like just write some things that you don't want to forget. And then the following page, which I've already started using, is a place for notes and just kind of in lined paper notebook form. And then the last set of pages is just a spot for important dates, things that you want to get done in that kind of bullet journal form, and then it's another little small area for notes. And then this page here, which I like going into the month of June, and May has it too, it's just a positive quote, which I like. So when I'm planning, I start off kind of for the whole month. So once I get my mom's working schedule, I have that, and I make sure to write that into my planner. So that's what the BH is for. That's any particular day that she's working. And then I also keep tabs of our paydays. So I get paid weekly, she gets paid bi-monthly, and so I just write them in different colors, but it's just a way for me to keep tabs of that so that I know how to address our bills. And the next thing I start to write in my planner is important dates. So for the month of May 9th is my birthday, so I want to put that in there so I can keep in mind whether or not I want to try to do something. And then the following day is Mother's Day, and so it's already pre-written down in there, but whenever something's pre-written down in my planner and I want to remember it, I'll put like stars or something like that by it. So then for the month, even though I'm going to focus on the week, I do try to keep tabs of like any activities that I have. So I'm involved in the Yang Gang, so shout out if you're Yang Gang and you're watching. We've kind of rebranded into Humanity First, and so I am a part of like a Humanity Yang Gang hang type of thing, and so I'm one of the moderators. So I've signed up for a shift, and I want to make sure that I have that in there, and that happens to be this week, so I made a point to write that down as well. And then as well as that, I do also put down the time, so that way I can go back in my phone and add like any activities I need to with the time frame. And then as far as Yang Gang goes and Humanity First, I am a part of the local organization here, and so we have weekly meetings that are like at 7 o'clock. So I want to make sure that I put that down, not just for this coming week, but I want to go ahead and put that in there for the entire month since it's a recurring thing. And then one of the things I do have coming up for this week as well as for the rest of the month is my sideline prep pro cheer accountability calls, and so those are going to be every week for the month of May. So aside from just putting that down for this week, I do want to make sure I put that down as well as the time that they'll be held at. So I want to make sure I'm logging that as well. And then the next thing I'm trying to do, at least for this week, one of the things I did before coronavirus is I went to yoga regularly through ClassPass. And so the place where I would take it, they're at least doing online classes or like offering it for free on Facebook. So I'm making a point to try this week to do that and just put it in my schedule as I would normally, and try to make that a priority to focus on for the week. I'm just trying to keep my schedule, what I normally do, as normal as possible. So then the next thing I am focusing on, I'm not focusing on like today or tomorrow since we're already like in the first and the second. So I'm going to focus again specifically on this week. What I like to do is write down the goal that I have for earnings for the day, for each day, with like DoorDash and Instacart. So I'm writing down like usually like 80 to 100 bucks is what I earn during the week, and then I try to up the ante on the weekends for like 150 if I can. And I'm going to try my best to not work on my birthday, so I didn't make a point to put like a goal of earnings on that day. And then the only other thing I wanted to try to focus on for this week, I just got certified as a Bali X instructor, and I want to try to have at least 2 like live classes for this week. And so my aim is to have it on like a Wednesday and then on my birthday. I thought that'd be fun to do, so I'm writing those down in there. So they're not set in stone. I just put a star by them because they're important, and I want to be able to try to focus on those 2 particular activities. And that's basically it. So I do kind of plan for the whole month because I want to make sure I kind of know at a glance what I'm looking at. But this is what I have going on for the week for right now. And that's just kind of how I plan it. I just go off of the most important things first, which is making sure I have my mom's schedule. And that way I can kind of work around it and see how does my schedule fit into it, with her being a healthcare worker. And then I've not totally been using these pages, so I'm going to try to for this week. And so I'm going to focus more so on the habit tracking. So with me trying to do my pro cheer stuff, there's not been any announcements on how auditions are going to go, but I want to make sure that I'm up in the ante on my health and fitness. So I want to focus on drinking a gallon of water a day for this week specifically, so I highlighted that so that I can keep tabs of it. And then not just for this week, but also for the entire month, I do want to make a point to stretch daily. And that's basically it. Again, I just kind of take my month at a glance first, and then I can kind of go from week to week. I don't always specifically like plan things by the hour, but I at least put down the important things and those time frames so that I'm aware. But that's basically it. How do you guys plan? I'd love to know like what planners you might use, or if there's a method in how you guys plan. But that's basically the video for right now. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and leave me a comment down below about how you guys plan, and I will check in with you guys the next time with a new video. Until then, bye.